this is going to be a video on how I am mounting my Humminbird Helix 7 to my four-wheeler to make, this is going to be part of an ultimate ice fishing rig series. I'm going to try and turn my four-wheeler into the ultimate ice fishing rig for the cheapest amount of money possible, just to show you guys that it's possible. Because now I already have the four-wheeler, so, you know, there's that. You know, you're going to have to invest in a four-wheeler that you can afford and that you believe will get you on and off the lake safely and reliably. So, I am now mounting this part here to my four-wheeler. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But first step was cutting this out here, so that way, I can do this one-handed. So that way, that screen will stick out of there. Now, I did not go down all the way. This is not sitting on the bottom of the pail. But I am going to put something in there to keep it from just hanging on the screen how it is right now, because currently this whole pack is just hanging on by the screen supporting the weight of it, which, whatever, but that's not how it's going to stay. But it's fine for testing purposes, for just showing you guys what's going on here. And I cut it low enough so that way I can put a lid on it. So that way I can close this up, throw other stuff in here. You know, throw other stuff in there, whatever you might have, tackle boxes, whatever, just miscellaneous stuff. And then I can throw some stuff underneath it too, if I want to. So this is just going to be my little thing where my Humminbird sits, more than likely, on my four-wheeler. That way I can use the GPS and all that as I'm heading out onto the lakes. I can drive right up to my spots and I'm good to go. So, that's it. I will show you guys what I have planned. So this is going to get mounted on the front somewhere here. I don't know if I want it there, because when I sit here, I mean, I'll be able to see it, I guess. But I was also thinking about maybe mounting it off to the side. But then I don't have any room for my mounts to go, unless I put them underneath the pail. So I was thinking about just mounting it right there, front and center. I didn't cut it down all the way to the bottom, because otherwise my screen would be too low and I wouldn't be able to see it from when I'm sitting on my four-wheeler. So that's why I only cut it down so far, and I'm just gonna put something underneath the pack to support the weight rather than have the screen support the weight, because there'll be bumps and stuff, and I don't want that whole thing resting, holding the screen, holding the weight of all that. For obvious reasons, just because the screen's expensive, and I'd rather just put something underneath there to support it and make me feel a little better. So, that's the plan. Now, what I have planned here for mounting this thing to is, I went to Fleet Farm and I got me some parts, some hardware stuff. Stupid long receipt from Fleet Farm. Okay, so I picked me up some pins. These are 5/16. These are just quick pins like what you'd have on your trailer. And I picked me up some hinges. Now, what does this all have to do with mounting that? You might ask yourself. Well, see, my plan is to either grind this off or drill it out and then remove it. So then that way, I can put this, like here, mount this side to the four-wheeler, however I choose to do that, and then mount this side to the pail. And then I'll just take my pins, slide it through the holes when I want it on there, take the pin out, I can lift the pail off, put it in my truck. I don't have to take all this out. I can just take it, put it right in my pickup, and then I keep a nice flat front rack, you know, because then I can put other stuff up here at other times if I don't need this up here, which was my plan. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm gonna do at this point in time until I either figure out something else and change my plans, which happens pretty regularly, or it's complete and then I decide it doesn't work as well as I thought it will. So we'll see how it goes, but that's my plan for now. So yep, I'm gonna try mounting the hinges to the pail, and then the other side of the hinge to my rack, bolt it or something, and then put the pins through the hinges, so that way I can just lift the pail off and I still keep a nice front rack. Alright guys, so I got my bucket mounted up here on my four-wheeler. I just got a couple holding it in place here. I decided to put it a little off-centered just so I'd have a little more room for it, and it's not quite so crammed between the front here and the light bar there. And I also moved it over a little bit for mounting purposes, because otherwise I wouldn't have as many mounting holes, just because of the way this is textured, which doesn't really bother me. It's fine either way. And this side, same thing. So I just got a couple on there holding it on there, so it's not permanent yet, but I have to put in some more rivets. I decided to rivet the whole thing down, just both sides, just because it's a cleaner look, I thought, and I mean, it's sturdy. I mean, the hinges are on there, and it's just a lot cleaner, and it's what I got. I got plenty of them, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's what I went with. But I'll bring you guys back here once it's all finished up. All right, guys. So I got her all mounted down. Got all the rivets put in, every single hole. I added some rivets around the front side for this to sit on, kind of create a little bit of a lip almost for it to rest against, so that way the screen isn't supporting all the weight. So I added those in there, and it just sits on those, just rests. And as you can see, it does not rest against the screen, which is exactly what I wanted, and I think I'll still be able to get a lid on there. If not, no big deal. I can always modify it later or something. This side as well, as you can see, got it all riveted on. And I drilled out the pins that were in here, so I can put these quick release pins in there, basically. So you pull that side, walk around over here, pull this side, and then you can take this whole pail, put it right in the truck. You know, when you get back to the axis, put it right in the truck, and then you got a nice flat rack still if you want to haul something else up here. You just got these little nubs sticking up from the hinges, but that's no big deal. I mean, that's pretty small stuff there. And you just put her back on there, line that side up, take your pins, ready to go out ice fishing, stick them in there, pin it, there you go. Same thing on this side. Take your pin, stick it in there, and now you're ready to go. It wobbles a little, but that's just because of the way it rests on this rack. But, I mean, it's solid. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it wiggles a little, but I mean, that's just from it wobbling back and forth. But I mean, it's solid. It's not going nowhere. So, but that's how I did that. And then you can still take and put, you know, your tackle boxes and whatever else underneath it. You know, tackle, bait, whatever you might have that you want to put in your pail for underneath it. You can still slide all that stuff right in there, no problem. So yeah, I think she turned out pretty good. Let you guys know how it works once I'm on the ice. We still don't have ice here in central Minnesota, so you know, there's that. But yeah, so I'll let you guys know how that works out for me. Thoughts and ideas, that kind of thing, comments on this once I get to actually start using it, and how I like it, and just all in all how it holds up, that kind of thing. But I'll let you guys know. once I start using it, how it's working out for me. So, or what I would do different. So stay tuned for that, and good luck on the ice, guys.